you play golf, you're moving to Washington State, and you're doing what most people do, Googling what the best golf courses are in Washington. Then you're getting a little listicle from 2019 that tells you Chambers Bay exists. Thanks. Very helpful. Here's what you actually need to know. Which course you play matters less than which zip code you land in, because Western Washington's geography will definitely make or break your golf life before you ever unpack a box. I'm Lianne Hall. I am a real estate broker here in Western Washington. I cover Gig Harbor, Port Orchard, Tacoma, all of Pierce County, and Kitsap County. I work with a ton of relocating buyers, and the ones who play golf ask me a ton of specific questions. Lianne, where do I buy so my golf life actually works here? That's what this video is about. So today I'm going to talk about 5 courses, 5 different communities, and 5 real estate realities. And of course, I've got to cover the mistakes people have made when they really didn't think this through or talk it over. So Western Washington looks extremely compact when you look on a map. It is not compact to live in though. So you've got the Tacoma Narrows Bridge connecting the peninsula to the mainland. You have tons of ferries. You've got Highway 16, which is either fine or it could be a parking lot depending on the hour. So when you're deciding to buy, close to a golf course means very different things depending on which side of the water you're on. Gig Harbor and Port Orchard are on the Kitsap Peninsula. It's separated from Tacoma by that Tacoma's Narrows Bridge. It's beautiful. People love being actually separated. They don't go over the bridge a whole lot unless they're working over there. It is perfect for the right buyer. But if you're commuting to Seattle, Tacoma, JBLM, that bridge factors into your every single day life. All right, so here's the framework I use with every relocating golf buyer. I ask them 3 questions. Number 1, where are you working? Or where does your life point to? Number 2, are you looking for like a private membership or do you want a public access course? And number 3, what's the rest of your life going to look like? Are you wanting waterfront? Do you want walkability to downtown? Do schools matter to you? All of this plays into which golf course community I would point you towards. So if the golf course is the anchor, we're going to build everything else around it. So let's go through each course with that lens. Okay, so if you looked at some of my other videos, I've talked about University Place and the pros and cons of living there. So one of the best courses that we have is Chambers Bay, and it's in University Place. This is where Jordan Spieth won the 2015 U.S. Open on a links-style course on the Puget Sound. And yes, it is in Washington State. So the crazy thing about this course, it is public. There is no membership required, and the green fees are going to run you roughly between $130 to $280 depending on what season we're golfing in. The course is pure links. It's wide open. It's got great open fairways, wind coming off the water, tons of elevation changes that you definitely will feel that when you're golfing it. This is a walking only course. It's the kind of course when you play it once, you spend years trying to think, have I ever played before? Here's who buys near Chambers Bay and actually loves it there. If you're wanting public access, you don't want to pay that huge initiation fee. You're not really looking for the community thing. You just want to kind of show up and play. Plus, you want to be extremely close to Tacoma or maybe the Joint Military Base, Lewis McChord, or even the 512 corridor. And many people come to me and they say, I want water proximity, but I don't want to be paying that Gig Harbor waterfront price. If you watched my other University Place video, you know that it's on the mainland. There's no bridge to get there. And so for somebody that's working in Tacoma or Seattle or Federal Way, this is probably the most frictionless location in the entire South Sound for like a golf picture for you. Okay, so real estate in University Place is running between $550,000 right now to $950,000 for a single family home. Now, if you're wanting actually to be on the golf course and you've got frontage of Chambers Bay, There are really truly a limited amount of lots and homes in that 800 to 1.1 range. What you have to be able to have those type of views, there's an area called the Stillicombe area. The Stillicombe waterfront nearby pushes probably 1.3 million and above for those type of properties. So the value here is definitely strong. You're about 12 minutes from the US Open venue that we're talking about, and you're not paying for that peninsula premium that we're paying out here in Gig Harbor. All right, guys, I'm a bit biased on this because yes, I live in here and this is where I learned how to golf. We're gonna talk about Canterwood Country Club and Golf Course. This is in Gig Harbor, Washington, and it is a private member-only club. Let me explain what that means if you're not sure about that, or Washington State might be a little bit different from where you're from. Because this isn't just about golf, Canterwood is actually a community. Unlike the course we just spoke about where you're just buying for the course, this you're definitely buying into a neighborhood where a lot of your members are your neighbors. The club here is definitely a lot of people's social infrastructure. I go up there for dinner probably once a week. They've got great dinners up there. We have events during the week, and there's a practice range. And on Wednesday morning, you'll see people who also have nowhere else to go that will be out there having coffee in the morning all together. It's a definite different proposition than just playing around a golf. So if golf is in your future at Canterwood, here's a couple things to look at. You definitely will have a initiation fee just to join. After that, you've got your monthly fees. Sometimes during the year, depending on how many members we have, you might need to be sponsored. And depending if you're trying to join in the summer, there might be a wait. This is definitely not the type of course that you can kind of call in on Monday and play on Friday. A lot of people have it segmented out. So if membership at Canterwood is part of your plan, we start that process the week you close escrow, not after you've settled into your home. We try to get that going so you've got a membership and you can start playing right off the bat. I tell every client considering Canterwood the same thing. We're going to build your membership timeline into the moving timeline. As an agent who lives here in Canterwood, I love to be able to kind of invite people first to the clubhouse and just do lunch with me. So as a member, any clients that I have coming to look at Canterwood, I say, let's go do lunch first so you can get a feel of what the clubhouse feels like and what the people maybe feel like to you. I've been in this market long enough to make introductions, to help you with different people, the coaches, if you're looking for different groups to join in. We've got a Niners for the ladies, 18 as well. Any of those people, I can definitely hook you up if that's part of kind of your regiment and what you're looking for. The Canterwood buyer is usually moving, honestly, from, most of my people are coming from California, they're coming from Arizona, or another high cost living state. This community definitely used to be that pre-retirement, early retirement, or maybe remote person with flexibility. We've really drawn into the younger crowd right now with new families. The other people that I'm definitely seeing move into Canterwood are people that want that private club life without maybe being super pretentious. These are definitely not like a California club. We still are very Washington, but it's probably the closest thing you're going to get up here. So in this community, it definitely has values just as much as the golf itself. So if you've already fallen in love with Gig Harbor, you know this is where you're going to be. The homes in here are going to completely ruin wherever you came from because it is such a great community vibe. For those of you that like walking or you like being able to be athletic, Canterwood has a great loop. Check out my Canterwood video. You'll see it all about Canterwood, so you can see about the equestrian center, all that kind of stuff. The homes in here, let me get to the point, they run from about 700,000, and that's a true fixer-upper. I'm not seeing any of those in the market right now, to way over up to 3 million. If you're wanting kind of a golf course frontage lot or something larger estate properties, they sit at the top of that range. So homes that are backing up to the fairway, they're typically 1.1 to maybe 2 million, depending on the hole and the view that they have. The broader Gig Harbor Peninsula has really strong options. I'd say the lowest I'm seeing right now is around 500,000 and up. So if Canterwood membership is the goal, but the frontage lots are not in that budget, there are neighborhoods that are about 5 minutes away that give you the access without paying that premium price. So you still can join and be a golf member here, or even a social member, without living in the community. Gig Harbor real estate has appreciated significantly over the past 5 years. The buyers I work with who came from California or Colorado tell me consistently this would cost me 3 times as much back home. The value is real, but inventory moves fast here. So if Gig Harbor is your target, you need eyes on the market before you're ready to actually pull that trigger. All right, before we keep going, if you are seriously considering relocating to Western Washington, I'd love to share with you, I have a free relocation guide. My relocation guide will go over everything that a lot of new buyers have confusion on up in this area. So what it's going to cover are the different neighborhoods. I definitely want to cover the school districts for those that have kids that are jumping in there. Some are better than others. What your commute times are going to look like if you have waterfront access or waterfront beaches nearby, and then what's going on in the market. Has it dropped, lifted? You need to know all of that before you buy, especially if you're not from out here. Out-of-state buyers, unfortunately, sometimes get blindsided by a lot of these details. So send me a note. If not, the link is in the description. You can grab it now. We'll be here and let's get back to it. Okay, so I promised you 3 of them. So let's touch base with Fircrest. That's another area here. There is the Fircrest Golf Club. It's in Tacoma, Washington. It was founded in 1924. It is private. It's got a classic layout. It's tree lined. It's definitely beautifully maintained. No gimmicks. This is the course that doesn't need to impress you. It just does. If Canterwood is known for lifestyle and community, Fircrest is definitely known for tradition and craft. The membership structure is pretty much similar. It's got the initiation fees. It's got your normal monthly dues. Same thing, you need to be sponsored. It's definitely on that one worth starting early on. All right, so who lands here? This is definitely, the Fircrest buyer is usually somebody that wants to be inside of Tacoma. They're not wanting to cross that Narrows Bridge every day. A lot of the people that I see that contact me are coming up here. They're medical relocations, so they're going to the hospitals, or they're going to be working at the University of Washington Tacoma campus, maybe the arts and food scene. That definitely has been starting to build up quite a bit too in downtown Tacoma for about a decade now. North Tacoma and the Proctor District are these anchor neighborhoods. You have this craftsman style home. They've got a lot of areas that are like historic blocks. They've got so much character. Think probably low end for this is about $550,000, and then we're going up to about $1.5 million depending on the street and of course square footage. This is the buyer who wants city proximity but still wants to be on that private golf course and be out there about 3 times a week. So perfect blend for that person. That combination exists and it's here. It's at the Fircrest. All right, so let's move up a little bit. We're gonna go towards DuPont. So in DuPont, there's a course. It's the home course in DuPont. It's a semi-private course. It was built to be the home of Washington State Golf Associations. This course hosts a lot of the state championships. It's definitely not the flashiest name on the list, and golfers who've played it will tell you that doesn't matter at all. So who lands at this golf course? Who are the people that are reaching out to me? Well, the answer is if you are relocating for JBLM, maybe you're active duty, you might be retiring military, or you're a DoD contractor, DuPont is gonna be your move. A great part about it is you're only 10 minutes from the base. You have that semi-private access, so it means we don't have to wait on that wait list. You don't have to have a sponsor, and you have no community base, which is okay. You just get to show up and play. You already have your community base. So if I'm going to talk about best value markets, DuPont is definitely one of the best value markets in all of Pierce County right now. Out there, you're going to be getting some newer construction. You got planned neighborhoods that are starting up, clean infrastructure. You definitely have a strong community out there, and homes typically are going to range anywhere between, let's say, $480,000 to about $720,000. And that range gets you significantly more house than what you would be getting comparably in Gig Harbor or North Tacoma. So if you're relocating for military, DuPont gives you also that option to be able to use your VA loan. The new construction, they've got great schools out there and a legitimate golf course that'll keep you busy. To me, that's definitely not a compromise. This is a plan that will work and you'll actually be going in at a great value. All right, so I know I told you 3 courses, but being a golfer, I want to share as much as I can with you because I've golfed all of these places. So I'm going to bring you back into Gig Harbor and let's talk about Madrona Links. Okay, so Madrona Links, it's public, it's walkable, it's got the Madrona trees, obviously, because of the name there, but I'm going to stop trying to describe it. You just have to go there and check it out. Because this is public, you can go and just show up, sign up, give them a quick call, and you'll be able to be there. The course has a personality that it doesn't photograph completely great, but guess what? The golf on it is amazing. You'll definitely feel like, wow, that was a great game. The greens are kept well. It's very Pacific Northwest, I guess I could use the word. It's unpretentious, and generally you're going to have a good golf game out there on it. So who is the client that's reaching out that I'm sending this area to? Typically, this is somebody that's looking for more of an entry point into Gig Harbor. They're living for their golf, but at the same time, they don't want to be paying super high prices on, fees, initiations, all that. So you want the Gig Harbor lifestyle, you want the harbor, the community, the water, but you're not in the market for that Canterwood price point yet. Or if you are in that price point, you honestly just don't want to be part of a private club, and that's okay. You want to play when you want to play. You don't want to have it on a calendar. You don't want all the events and all the people that know each other. Totally fine. You just want the course and you want to play ball. South Gig Harbor neighborhoods surrounding that Madrona area offers some of the best value in the peninsula. You're going to get the single family homes in the range of starting at maybe right under 500 to 740,000 range, and you're going to be about 10 minutes to the harbor, and you've got a legit public course in your backyard. This is where I put buyers who want the Gig Harbor zip code without the Canterwood entry cost. The Gig Harbor market as a whole has been strong. Inventory is extremely limited, and when something good comes up, it definitely moves. So if Madrona is your anchor, you need to be ready, not just starting to shop. Here's how I think about this if I were you. If you want public access and maximum value, the Chambers Bay area and University Place is your pick. If you want that private club community life and you're going all in on Gig Harbor, Canterwood is your win. If you're wanting to stay over on the other side of the bridge in Tacoma, you want some walkability to the city life, maybe just having a little bit of a classic private course, then definitely Fircrest is going to be our stop. And for those of you that are military, you're coming out for JBLM, or if you just want the cleanest value play, the home course and DuPont are your pick. If you've been looking at all the communities and you're really leaning into Gig Harbor, but you really don't want that gated HOA community and you want a public access course, then I would go with Madrona Links. So what is the mistake that I see most often? Honestly, what I see is people are picking the course they love and then they buy the house that happens to be available. They do this without thinking about the bridge, without thinking about the commute, without thinking about what happens in January, when they're on the wrong side of the water. This is all a fixable mistake if you catch it before you close, but guess what? It's an extremely expensive lesson if you catch it after. For those of you relocating, the golf up here is truly incredible, all of it. The question is building your whole life around it, not just your tee time. So this is the conversation that I have with all of my relocation buyers who play golf. All right, so if you're relocating to Western Washington or you're seriously thinking about it right now and golf is a part of it, let's talk. I work with buyers all over the region and I know these markets cold as well as the golf courses. Again, I want you to be able to have access to all the information before we start looking. So grab that relocation guide I have. Link is in the bio, or you can always DM me and we can chat about it. I can tell you about the markets. I can tell you about what has waterfront, what has great school districts, feel free to reach out to me. I'll tell you more about each of these areas in 20 minutes than most people learn in their first year of living here. So continue watching these videos. You'll see each of the sections in my videos to follow. I'm Lianne Hall. If you want to talk more specifics and you want to get straight answers from me, I'm your girl. I have my information in the bio there, so feel free to reach out to me by text. You can call me, you can email me. I answer all the comments here as well. So feel free to reach out. I would love to chat with you. See you on the fairway.